Hey,
Here we are. We're live. Welcome, everybody.
welcome.
How is everyone? I hope everyone is okay. In the 6th week of the quarantine. It's crazy. I can't believe it's been 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourselves and tell us your favorite idioms, either in English or you can translate them from Italian. And you can tell us what they mean.
Italian one translated.
Yeah, you can teach us. Excellent. Jess, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Jess. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm currently living with some birds. They are
unintentionally.
Unintentionally, these poor little things. They're trapped in the pipe connection just into my kitchen from the roof. I've had quite a stressful day. I've become a mother far earlier than I expected in life. And I think this whole experience has just made me realize that I'm never going to have children.
Wow, okay. A goldfish, maybe.
But so my name is Jess. I'm a mother of some trapped chitlings. And I come from London. Also, I'm not used to this kind of wild life because, again, I'm from the city. I don't deal with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't happen so much in London.
It doesn't happen in London. And I've been living here in Bologna for 1 year and 8 months. And that's me.
Nice.
This is Emily.
And my name is Emily. I'm sure you've seen both me and Jess before. But if you haven't, I come from Leicester in the UK, which is famous for the football. And I have lived in Bologna for about 3.5 years and in Italy for almost 5 years. So I've been here for a while. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell us your favorite idioms, either English idioms or you can translate the idiom from Italian to English and explain to us what it means.
I'm interested to hear the Italian translations of some.
Yeah, definitely. So, hi, Lucia from Naples. Yeah, and tell us if you have a favorite idiom. I was thinking about this before. One of my favorite idioms is it's quite pessimistic, but I just like the sound of it. It never rains, but it pours.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, I sorry, but
I like it.
Yeah, it never rains, but it pours. I guess this is kind of like Murphy's Law. So it's never like a small problem. It's always a big problem. Sorry, my spelling is terrible today. It never rains, but it pours.
If there's an idiom about birds out there,
do we know? It never rains, but it pours. I guess there's to catch 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes, to catch 2 birds with 1 stone. And
do you want to explain it, Jess? Maybe what does it mean to catch 2 birds with 1 stone?
It's to basically do one thing, but to solve 2 things in a way.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to find a simple example. To catch 2 birds. I think I say kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, maybe we also say to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which is more
really can't kill 2 birds with 1 stone right now.
I think kill or catch, depending how you're.
Yeah, no, I don't want to kill them as much as I am being driven insane, but I would like to catch them.
To catch them and set them free.
Set them free, exactly. If you needed to go, I don't know, to the supermarket to get something for something for an event, you can do the supermarket on the way. It's kind of like catching 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, maybe I need to go to the bank and the supermarket.
And they're together.
And I do both. I catch or kill two birds with one stone.
Catch is nicer, more ethical.
Lucia says, my favorite idiom is to spill the beans. Yeah, because it's graphic.
Yeah, to spill the beans.
I think graphic is with 2 F's, though. Graphic. Yeah.
Yes, I really would like some baked beans. Mm.
Yeah, I made some the other day. I tried to make some, and it was good. But it was a long process. Hi, Liz. Hello. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Really good. Nice bird idiom. I guess this means that if you have one thing, it's better than 2 things that you would like to have or you imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, Liz, graphic. Perfect. PH. Good. Yeah, so bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Excellent.
Nice one. I also like, I don't want to say it because it's coming up in our focus actually. So I won't. We actually had an amazing thing on our work group chat, this picture, and it was a comic picture and in the picture it was showing like 27 idioms or like this, and you had to try and match the meanings. So there was from rags to riches.
I remember, yeah.
His trousers were ripped, but then on top he was wearing a suit and a top hat. So that image is showing from rags to riches. There was many. To get cold feet. Oh, we have so many.
Do you want to explain what does it mean from rags to riches?
From rags to riches, if you start off in a poor family with not much money, very working class, but you work your way up the ladder to be making a lot of money and become very successful.
Yeah, so rags are kind of these really old clothes, dirty clothes. So from rags to riches. Another one, to get cold feet that you mentioned. Yeah, to have second thoughts. So this is a common thing before you get married. Maybe you think it's the best idea, but the day before you get cold feet and you think maybe it's not a good idea. How are you doing, Jess?
I'm good.
Okay. Hello, Sole. Hi, welcome.
Hey, Sole.
Please tell us if you have a favorite idiom. Lucia, you can tell us a different idiom if you want. Also, Liz or Sole.
Yeah.
We've been talking about birds because Jess has a situation in her room right now. She has some trapped birds.
It's funny because I've been complaining about having to do this quarantine all alone. And now I have company.
You have some friends, some feathered friends.
This is not what I meant.
Yeah. Maybe people would be better company.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it a name. Guess what are you looking at? I'm looking at, I have some birds stuck in my pipe. I live in the roof of a building, and the pipe just goes out, and there are some birds stuck inside. And so I can hear them. I don't know, you can probably hear them as well. And I keep looking to make sure that they don't come out.
Yeah, so if you guys suddenly see Jess disappear or a flock of birds arrive, that's why. Fingers crossed that it will be okay.
Yeah.
Ilaria, to hit the sack, when you're really tired.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the sack.
Hi, I'm Sergio from Bologna. Hello. Oh, hello. My favorite idiom, don't cry over spilt milk. Oh, this is a brilliant one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very similar in Italian, and it explains well the situation.
Yeah. So we can't change. Yeah. We can't change it. So Don't cry over it. Okay, guys, let's have a look at today's focus. If you guys want to continue talking about any idioms, that would be great. But otherwise, let's have a look at some tongue twisters. So today we're looking at tongue twisters, speech idioms, phrasal verbs with talk and speak. Jess, do you want to explain what is a tongue twister?
A tongue twister is a words that are put together that are very difficult to say. So as a part of a theatre warm-up, to warm up your vocals, we would often use tongue twisters to warm up the mouth and the vocal cords. And they're very difficult, but they can be very entertaining because people sound very silly while doing them.
Yes, definitely. Really good for practicing your articulation. Definitely. Sully says there's one, but I try to translate in English. Washing a donkey's head, you will lose time and soap. Wow. Can you explain the sense? I think I understand, but in which situations could you use this one?
You will waste time and soap. Yeah, because I guess it's just a waste of time. Is that what it means?
Yeah, maybe some things are not worth doing.
Yeah. Some things are not worth.
I don't know. Maybe Sully, you can clarify what kind of situation would you use this in? Excellent. Okay, so let's have a look at a couple of famous tongue twisters.
Now, I know you're going to feel silly because you're at home and you're probably alone, but if you would like to repeat them and try them yourself, it can be very fun. And maybe you can practice during the quarantine, and when we get back to school, you can come and impress me and Emily with your perfect tongue.
And as I said, it's really, as Jess said, it's really good for practicing your pronunciation, warming up your speaking apparatus. Okay, Jess, I'm going to let you choose. Do you want to do the first one or the second one?
I'll do the first one because I actually have like a very slight list. So the second one is like impossible for me.
Okay, off you go. Do you want to give them an example?
Okay, I will try my best. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Whew.
Good. Well done. So obviously, guys, these don't make a lot of sense. There's no point necessarily trying to understand the meaning. It's just a little rhyme to practice your pronunciation. So maybe we should try it again and maybe leave a gap after each line so they can repeat.
Repeat them. Good idea. Okay, so first line. Are you ready? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Great. I know you guys all did that perfectly. Second line. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Good job. Amazing. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, birds are doing it too. The birds they're flying. I can hear them.
Wow.
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Excellent
well done,
job.
guys. I'm sure it was good.
Well
You can obviously practice saying it a little bit faster.
They don't like clapping. No more clapping.
No, they didn't like that. I guess it's quite a bird sound, this p, p, p. I sound I associate with birds. Okay, so for the next one, she sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Wow, this is difficult. Lots of shh. Also for people in Bologna, I feel like people in Bologna use the sh sound a lot. So yeah. Okay, we're going to repeat it again. And I'll leave a gap for you guys to fill in. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. Well done. So if she sells shells on the seashore, good. I'm sure she sells seashore shells. For me, it's the last line that's difficult. Seashore shells.
I just can't. I'm too sh.
Yeah.
She shells on seashore. Shon the seashore. The
Yeah.
shells are surely she shells. She shell. I sound Bolognese. She.
Yeah, the key here is to put the sh where you need it, but not where you don't. So not she, shore, or shon.
It's seashore.
Seashore shells. Difficult one, guys.
Shells. Very difficult. Oh, this is related to the donkey. When you want to change someone or get clear with someone that don't want to understand, I know those people. Yeah, maybe I
okay.
them now. Thank you.
So it's like talking to a wall.
Yeah,
No point.
To a wall. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Great. Okay, so hopefully you guys had a little practice at home. If you want to practice your pronunciation, definitely recommend practicing some tongue twisters. Okay. Jess, do you want to read some of these idioms for us?
So we have tongue-tied. Guys, I'm trying to teach. Bite your tongue. On the tip of my tongue lashing, tongue in check.
Good. Okay, guys, if you know the meaning of any of these idioms, please tell us. You don't have to go in particular order, but if you know what any of them mean, please tell us. Maybe let's talk about tongue-tied, the title. Jess, what does it mean if I'm tongue-tied?
I don't know, because I'm getting confused with maybe a different one.
Yeah. So I would say tongue-tied is like when I'm really embarrassed or nervous and I can't speak.
It's like I thought about another one on there.
Maybe there's one that's similar.
Similar. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, when you're nervous, then your tongue is tied.
Yeah, it doesn't move. Tongue-tied. So yeah, for example, when you're young, you're a teenager, if you like somebody, a boy or a girl, and you feel nervous, embarrassed when you talk to them, you get tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied. The first one is when you are embarrassed and you can't speak. Yeah, this is the one I was getting. I think it's very similar. Cat got your tongue and tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied,
also,
yeah.
If I was obviously stealing cookies from Emily, and Emily caught me, and then I was unable to speak, I was like, Emily could say, "What's the problem, Jess? Cat got your tongue?" For example.
Yeah, I think cat got your tongue is maybe more ironic. It's more like I would say it to somebody to make them feel bad. Whereas I would say I'm tongue-tied. Or I feel tongue-tied when. But cat got your tongue is more like I'm telling you off, like in a situation. Good.
Nice. When someone doesn't speak, you want to say something, but you try not to say it. So yeah, to bite your tongue. And then when a word doesn't come to your mind.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, that word, it's on the tip of my tongue.
It happens a lot in a second language. In Italian, I'm like, I can almost remember.
For me, it happens a lot in English, first language.
Also in English. Especially when we change from Italian to English.
Yeah. Or whenever I'm teaching and I'm trying to give the perfect word that I know is going to make everything clear for the students, and then I just can't remember that one word.
The tip of the tongue, but you don't remember.
And then we have tongue lashing.
Tongue in cheek. Nice.
So tongue lashing is when you are being told off. You're having a very harsh scolding.
Being told off, being scolded. Or maybe your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sergio. Bite your tongue. Avoid saying something. Yeah.
Really good.
Be careful. Avoid. We need the ing. And so yeah, when you're trying to avoid saying something.
Avoiding.
Yeah, and so yeah, when you almost remember a word.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I don't know how common it is to say tongue lashing. Is it something you say often, Jess?
No, I don't think I've ever said it before.
No. I've heard it, but I wouldn't say it really. I think maybe bite your tongue, tongue-tied, on the tip of my tongue are more common. Definitely.
And the last one, Emily.
Tongue in cheek. It's ironic. It's when I say something with irony. I don't mean what I say. And it's obvious that I don't mean what I say.
It's hard to give an example.
Oh, okay. Are you okay, Jess? How are you getting on with the birds?
Yeah, no, they're good. I was thinking it's hard to give an example of like when you would say tongue in cheek. It's something that you would really say.
Yeah.
More
a type of speech, a type of sentence. Okay, so here we have some of the definitions. An expression used to get someone to speak. You are sure you know a word or answer, but have difficulty remembering it. When someone stops themselves from saying what they really think. A remark that is meant to be funny or ironic. And a severe verbal scolding. Okay. So Jess, do you want to match number one? So we've already mentioned it. Let's.
Cat got your tongue. An expression used to get someone to speak.
Yeah, it's like I'm challenging you.
I wish a cat would get their tongue.
Yeah. To bite your tongue, when somebody stops themselves from saying what they really think.
On the tip of my tongue. You are sure you know the word or answer, but have difficulty remembering it. This happened to me in like every exam I think I've ever taken.
Yeah, it's there, but it doesn't.
I know it's there.
Then we have a tongue lashing, which is a severe verbal scolding. Like your parents, you do something really bad, and they give you a tongue lashing.
Tongue lashing. And then the last one, a remark that is meant to be funny or ironic.
Excellent. Maybe we can ask them to give us some examples.
Yeah.
So maybe have you ever gotten a tongue lashing from your parents or your family? And why? Jess, have you ever got a tongue lashing from your parents? I can't imagine it. But
I actually Like, not really. I'm an angel, Emily. What do you think?
Well
of
behaved.
No, I don't have that sort of relationship with my parents where they would give me a tongue lashing, or either that I would allow them to give me a tongue lash.
You would answer back.
I think I've always had quite a grown-up and mature relationship with my parents, so I've never needed to have a tongue lashing. It's always been quite if they were unhappy about something, it's always been more of a mature conversation than them really
shouting.
Yeah, I've had a tongue lashing from my dance teacher though once. That was
why? Why did she give you a tongue lashing?
Because it was a very performance stage school, you know, like all the cheesy movies. And fame, yeah, everything's very dramatic when you go to a performing arts school. And I remember once, I don't know, she wasn't happy with the way I was dancing, so I think she actually stopped the music while I was dancing and everyone was watching, and she decided that was the moment to tongue lash me in front of my whole ballet class.
So it was a public
thing as well.
Oh.
I did call my mum after crying, like, I can't go to this school anymore.
I'm not going back. Aww. Yeah.
What about you?
I guess for me, I was quite a well-behaved child, so I didn't really get told off by my parents or by teachers much. Maybe one time that I remember, I was really small. I think I was about 3 or even smaller, 2. And my baby brother was born. And it was Christmas time, and I thought it would be a good idea to decorate my baby brother with lights from the tree. So I wrapped this newborn baby, he would have been about 6 months old, in the fairy lights from the tree. And I remember when my parents came, they were really scared, I think, for the safety of this baby.
Yeah,
so
that is like a health hazard.
I still remember now, to this day, 30 years later, that I got a severe tongue lashing. I didn't know it was wrong. I thought it was a nice thing to do, to decorate my baby brother.
Not from my parents, but from the nuns where I spent in the past, where I spent time to study when I was little.
Yeah, good.
Or we could use that word "would" here for talking about something nostalgic from the past. So, and then in that case, we could use "spend." So, where I would spend time is also another option, Solly.
Yeah, perfect. It depends if you mean it in a nostalgic sense or not. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so I guess nuns, if you're especially in a school situation, they have responsibility. They can give you a tongue lashing. What about the other guys? We have Ilaria, Sergio, Liz, Lucia.
Yeah, Liz, how many tongue lash?
Yeah.
Sergio, who else we got? Let us know. Ilaria.
Have you ever got a
time? My birds would like to share some stories.
Have you given them a tongue lashing?
No, I actually did start speaking Italian to them earlier because I thought maybe my English was freaking them out, because obviously they're Italian birds, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So I was actually practicing quite a lot of Italian.
Good. It's a good way to practice. Okay, guys, maybe another question. Do you usually bite your tongue or say what you think? Okay, so in your personal life or in your professional life, do you usually bite your tongue or say what you think? Yes, what about you?
I think in my personal life, I say what I think always. In professional life, I think especially from being trained as a dancer, it teaches you to bite your tongue because you just have to shut up and get on with it. You know, when the choreographer says, this is the last time, and then you do it 7 more times and you're tired and you just have to bite your tongue and continue. Don't say anything. Just get on with it. So I think in my professional life, in all aspects of my professional life, I bite my tongue.
Yeah, I would agree. I think generally in a professional environment, we have to bite our tongues to a certain extent. It's good to have an open and honest relationship with your colleagues, with your boss, with your company, but we can't always say what we think. Otherwise, it would be a very uncomfortable environment, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree, definitely. In a professional life, it's good sometimes to bite your tongue.
That made me think of another one, actually. Treading on eggshells. So if someone is always expressing how upset they are or annoyed they are, after a while, you're going to personally feel like you are treading on eggshells around them, which means that if you tread on an eggshell, it's going to break, right? It's very delicate. So you're going to feel like this person is very delicate and you can't move around them without breaking them or upsetting them.
Yeah. So maybe this person doesn't bite their tongue. They always say what they think. And it makes other people maybe feel uncomfortable because they're always treading on eggshells. Ilaria says, it depends. If I'm nervous, I can't bite my tongue and I say what I think. Yeah. Definitely. I think maybe nerves make you speak more.
Yeah.
Everything comes out.
It depends if what I want to say could be indelicate. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a delicate subject. I don't know if we would say indelicate in English in this way.
No, could be.
Yeah, maybe a delicate subject, or could be offensive. Could be hurtful.
Sensitive situation.
Yeah. So it does really depend, I think.
Touchy.
Touchy.
I use touchy a lot. Oh, the bird liked that one. Touchy is to say something. If the situation's touchy, it's a bit delicate. Maybe you don't want to bring up. Maybe your friend has just gone through a breakup, and you're not going to start talking about the new love of your life or whatever. It's a bit of a touchy for your friend, a delicate situation.
Definitely. Yeah, rude also, maybe rude. I don't want to be rude. It depends on the environment. Me too. I usually bite my tongue in professional life. Definitely. I think especially when you work with people, even if it's colleagues or when you have a team of people, it's good to bite your tongue sometimes.
As a teacher.
As a teacher, yes. Especially with children.
Yeah, with children. Oh, keep smiling.
Everything's great.
All right. So we have silver tongue. Try to find the meaning of these expressions from their context. Number 1, I have such a crush on him that when I try to talk, I get tongue-tied. I meant to say, hi, Bob, but instead I said, bye, Hob. It was a total slip of the tongue. The boss is in a bad mood today. I would hold your tongue.
Excellent. So tongue-tied, we mentioned before, is to have difficulty expressing yourself because you're nervous or embarrassed. What about the next two? Slip of the tongue and hold your tongue.
At work, I have to bite my tongue as well.
Speechless, maybe? Yeah, for the first one, yeah, tongue-tied, I guess speechless.
For those of you that know me quite well from lessons, I often have a slip of the tongue. I mean, even in these webinars, you hear me slip of the tongue all the time.
Yeah, perfect. So slip of the tongue or hold your tongue. What do they mean?
I meant to say hi, Bob, but instead I said bye, Hob.
I think this happens a lot when we're teaching because we talk a lot during the day. And usually when we talk, our brain is also thinking about the lesson, is thinking about you guys. So we're trying to multitask, and our brain and our mouth do not always match.
Very good. A slip of the tongue when you confuse one word with another may be similar in sound. Yeah, Nuccia sounds. Slip of the tongue is a small mistake with words. Exactly.
Yeah, perfect. Be careful with spelling with W-I-T-H. Good. What about to hold your tongue? Does anyone know? The boss is in a bad mood today. I would hold your tongue.
Hold your tongue.
I guess this is quite similar to one that we mentioned before. Hold your tongue. Let's see their definition for number 2. A small spoken error or mistake. Good.
Good.
Okay, anyone know for the next one? Hold your tongue.
I'm trying to think. Are you good at? Yeah, I think you're good at holding your tongue.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, holding your tongue. I think this sounds more aggressive than
Yeah,
the
it
previous
is
one.
quite aggressive.
Hold your tongue.
I guess if you were in an argument, for example, if me and Emma
Oh, I think Jess. I think we have a problem with the connection, Jess.
I think I'm having. Oh wait. It's the Birdman.
Okay.
I will
Come back in a second.
be back.
Okay, guys. So Jess has hopefully some solution for her bird's problem. Yeah, so it's like to bite your tongue, Sergio, to keep quiet, to avoid telling something. Yeah. I would say the difference is to bite your tongue is when I want to say something specific. Okay, so I'm angry and I bite my tongue. Yeah,
Back.
to say something specific. Back. Good. Yeah, the third one, it's better not to speak. So hold your tongue. Don't say anything. Yes, how is the situation? Good news?
The phone just cut off when I answered it and it didn't call back. So maybe they will call me again.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. So I was just saying that bite your tongue is maybe I want to say something specific and I stop myself. Whereas hold your tongue is like, don't say anything. Don't speak. As Sergio says, to keep silent. Yeah, shut up. Yeah. So again, it's quite strong. Shut up or hold your tongue.
Yeah.
It's not really quiet. It's not really polite to use. Okay. We have a couple more of these idioms to look at. These ones are phrasal verbs. So, Jess, do you want to read them?
Yeah. So we have to speak up. Number 2, to speak out. Number 3, to speak your mind. Number 4, to talk back. Number 5, to talk down to someone. And number 6, talk someone into.
So So if you guys want to tell us if you know any of these and what they mean. So yeah, you have to be careful because some of them use speak and some of them use talk. So we can't say to talk up. Or we can, but it means something different. To speak up.
Anything that I'm going to say is going to give it away, and I want to allow you all the chance to.
Yeah, see what you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there are any differences really between to talk or to speak. I guess talk is something we would say I talk to somebody. It's more like mutual. If I say I need to speak to you, it's like you are listening, I am speaking.
Yeah, it's true. Speak. Because you can be a public speaker as well. That's not talking, that's just speaking.
Oh. They're getting very loud, I guess.
I think they're just scared and hungry, and I can't do anything to help them. I've tried.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It's really sad. Like, I'm getting quite emotional because I can feel their pain, you know?
Yeah, if you guys know, who do we call in this situation? Do you have any advice?
Yeah, please, if you could advise me.
Please tell us.
I know that when they're gone, I'm going to feel so lonely.
Really quiet. Okay, so what it says, number 3, speak your mind, say your idea, express yourself. Good.
Yeah.
Speak out means saying what you think, yes. Or saying what you want.
Yeah, like speak out for what you believe in.
To state an opinion, yeah. So, like Jess said, when you believe something, you speak out.
Speak out about it.
So it's usually about something I believe, my ideological stance. Okay.
Good.
Let's have a look at the definition. So to speak up, to express your opinion. To speak out, to publicly speak in protest.
Speak out for your rights.
Speak out for the minorities. Speak out for the environment. And to speak your mind, to tell people what you think. The opposite of bite your tongue, I guess.
What about to talk back? What do you guys think that means? Zola, Jess, why don't you pick him up? Well, the thing is, I've removed the pipe that I can get to. I've like followed it all. Anyway, I've got the last bit of pipe out that I can get. And so my hand won't actually fit up and round because it bends in like this. So I can't actually get my hand up or in
reach.
And also, like, even if I could, I just don't think I could.
Yeah, have to be quite brave, I think.
Yeah. I know it's not going to hurt me, but at the same time, putting your hand into a dark space with an animal in it is just...
a scared animal too.
Yeah. No thanks.
Hopefully someone will call you soon. They'll come in and have a look. Okay, so guys, what about these last 3? Talk back, talk down to, or talk into? Maybe let's talk about number 2, Jess. Have you ever spoken out for something that you believed in? Maybe even in school or...
Yes. I actually was part of kind of organising, basically when we had the big student riots in London for background story, the government raised the university fees to a very ridiculously high price. And so lots of schools in London started to riot, and in my school we had like a big kind of protest about it. So at one point in the day, the fire alarm went off and all of us, we all walked out of the lessons. and it was quite exciting.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we were all speaking out for our rights in this big protest, and everyone was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I feel like a lot of maybe young people speak up about their rights.
Mhm.
Maybe when we get a little bit older, we get busy with work and we maybe lose that. We
Yeah,
shouldn't,
I
but we
think so.
get distracted. Um,
So I think that bird will be your pet.
so talk back means answering during a quarrel. Really good.
It's excellent, yeah, to talk back to someone, to reply rudely.
Reply rudely. Yeah. Sola says to talk behind their back. With talk back is not behind their back, it's to their face.
Mhm.
For example, you shouldn't talk back to your teacher in school.
Mm-mm.
If they tell you off, you should bite your tongue.
Mhm. Yes, miss. Sorry, miss.
Yes. Okay, what about the last two? Talk down to and talk someone into.
Talk down. I really, really don't like it if someone talks down to me.
Yeah, it's really patronizing. I guess I've given them the answer, but for us as teachers, I think it's sometimes easy to talk down to people unintentionally. So if
Mhm.
someone is a beginner in English, maybe they could be a professor, they could be a doctor, they could be many different things, very intelligent people. But if they don't know English, it's very difficult sometimes for us to communicate without talking down to them.
Yeah.
It's a delicate issue.
Does anyone else talk someone?
30 seconds. If you don't answer us in 30 seconds, we will give you the answer.
Oh my goodness, that's the time. This webinar went so quickly.
Yeah, lots of material in this webinar, lots of idioms. It's nice.
Let us know.
People tend, I guess, to talk down to children.
Yeah. So I don't know. Okay, we will show you. Oh,
Sergio has it.
Good.
Talk down to when someone talks to you from a high position. Yeah. To speak with someone as though they are less important than you are.
Mm-hmm.
Sole says, my knowledge is over. That's okay. It's Friday night.
Friday.
Yeah, Sergio, perfect. Really good.
Good.
When someone is arrogant.
Yeah. They make you feel like you're stupid or less important. Yeah.
They patronize you. Okay, and number 6, talk someone into. We have 2 minutes, guys, to see if you know this one. Talk someone into.
Have you ever been talked into something?
Let me see if I can think of an example. Maybe when I was at university, in general, sometimes I knew that I needed to study, but my friends would talk me into going out, or they would talk me into not studying, watching TV, or doing something else. Yeah, so I think often it's our friends who talk us into things.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jess? Have you ever been talked into something?
I would like to say yes, but then usually I'm just very, you don't really need to talk me into anything, especially if it's to do with going out. I'll probably just.
So let's give an example. Yeah, Lucia, excellent. To persuade. It's to convince someone to do something. So it'd be great if Jess could talk the birds into coming out of the pipe. But unfortunately, it's not so easy. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've learned some interesting idioms and phrasal verbs today. Keep your fingers crossed for Jess, please.
Thanks. And my new children. We're going to get through this.
Yes. And have a great weekend and see you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. See you guys.